Greetings, race fans. Taking a look at the Driveclub. Turned on the PS4 this morning, and a download to the newest DLC came up. So this is the starting cinematic. Pretty attractive. Very nice graphics in this game. Take a look at the settings. Gameplay settings, you'll see I do manual shift with the shoulder buttons. You can play in automatic, but you can do better on lap times and overtakes with manual shifting. It's not a big deal, to adapt to. You go into your control scheme for Driveclub. I haven't gotten into the bikes yet. Probably won't. And I play with the DualShock controller, but I have it set up for tilt steering. Means I don't use the stick for steering. Just hold it in my hand and kind of, use it like a steering wheel to steer. In Project Cars, that opens up that stick for some on-the-go, on-the-fly options. But in this game, it's nowhere near as deep as Project Cars can be, or how immersive you can make it and challenging. Just some stuff here for the visuals. I'm going to change the opponents. Paint jobs to factory here in a second. Gets rid of the decals and the liveries and the numbers and stuff. And there's a small amount of character customization. It's not too deep, so just don't do much with it. So now we're going to drive. Need the Driveclub. And instead of doing a tour, we're going to take it over to a single event and a race. You can do a time trial or a drift challenge. So we're going to head over here to Scotland, and that's where there's a new track. I wish they would add more, countries to this, but at least they're keeping up with it and releasing more stuff. So there's the new Scottish Town track, and its different variations. A couple different setups. Sometimes you can go backwards, nighttime. Sometimes you'll have weather if you set it up that way. You can have rain. So anyway, we'll jump into this basic daytime track going in the normal way. You can set your environmental settings for the time of day and the weather. You can turn on rain if you want it. Then you head into play, and then you get to choose your car. I do like this Mini Cooper. It's a good way to get used to things. And you can choose one of the factory, the square button, you can choose a factory paint scheme. They got different vinyls and decal setups, or if you have a club, you've set up a special setup for your club. Anybody in your club will have access to it. I got a club going, but there's, I don't know, not a whole lot of interest to it, and most of my friends are playing one of the golf games anyway, so a nice red one. And after that, shows you getting into the car. You can skip this at any time, but it's just a short thing. And now the track and race is loading. And you're going to a tour of the track area. Like I say, graphics in this game are very attractive. Lighting is excellent. It's going to shuffle you through different different aspects, different looks at it, different crane camera views. You could bypass this at any time, you know, if it gets redundant, but it's brand new, so it's nice to take a look at it. Shows you the cars on the starting line. And it'll cycle through all these different views. Now we're getting to, we've seen this one before, so, you know, anytime you can hit the X button, it'll go on. So here we go. I go with the first person in-car camera. And as you can see, it starts you off in last place. I don't get that deeply into this game. I'm not looking for it to be a sim. You know, it's just some fun. So I'm pretty sure there's a way to turn off that blue guiding line, but I don't bother. Doesn't make a whole lot of difference anyway. You see them different colored banner flags as you run through it. See a green one come up here, so you know you can pretty much go be flat out. Maybe tap the brakes. You got this turn here, this little angled chicane. Project Cars just did an update as well with a Scottish town, and it has a section pretty much like that. See, we got yellow flags coming up here, so you know you got to just be a little bit careful, or maybe throw it into a drift. This Mini Cooper is not a really great drifting car, so there are better ones, but you know, if you're taking on a new track you're not familiar with, this is a great car to start with. Red flag's coming up here, so you know you got to do something different. You either got to brake and downshift, or you're going to try to throw it into a drift. Little bumper cars in this game, but there's no real damage. Again, it's not like Project Cars where you can really set things up for, you know, total sim realism, from tire wear to fuel usage to damage. You set it for you know, no damage or just cosmetic damage. And you set it for you know, slightly affecting performance, or you know, a flat out wreck will, you know, take you out of the race. So. But this game isn't about that. You can have plenty of fun with this, just driving whatever view you prefer, an automatic transmission. But you know, if you want to do a little better and be more competitive, manual transmission is definitely the way to go. Red flag's coming up, so it's some kind of a drift. It's really not that tight of a turn. You don't really have to turn that sharply into it and then steer into it. Those little blue banners as you go, those are different peer challenges that you can turn on or off. You might beat the time through a corner or a sector of the course. You get extra points for that, if you beat it. I didn't beat that one. And here's the finish line coming up. So this shows your position in the race and your time. And usually when you win, you know, most every race you'll get some kind of accolade and XP boost, either to your driver character or maybe to your club, and unlocks cars, paint jobs, and liveries. And then you can jump into a replay. And from here you can use the D-pad to cycle through the different camera views that are available. Sometimes it's nice just to take a look at things from a different perspective. You can see your avatar name and picture or above your car. You can set it where the opponents are up there as well. Rewatch the race and hit the cycle camera view button here and there just so you can take a look. Visually, this is a great looking game. They could use this basic engine and really make a great sim racing game out of it if they wanted to. They really have the building blocks are there. Somebody tapped me. I just lost it. Surprised they don't put a helmet on the driver avatar. It's nice race, you know, the flags are furling a little bit from the breeze. See spectators here and there. And really, when you're playing this game, the background and, like I said, the graphics, you know, phenomenal on this game. Should probably play it more often. Just seems so much more satisfaction with Project Cars. You know, it's more of a sim racer if you want to make it that way. You know, legitimate tracks from around the world. And really lets you get deep into tuning the car. Tire pressure, tire type, suspension adjustments. Some of that stuff you really need to have a racing engineer education to grasp and do a proper job with. I try to just keep with the basics of the tires. Sometimes I'll monkey around with the tire pressures and stuff. You know, different cars with their front wheel drive, rear wheel drive. You know, it's important to get the tire temperatures up. So you know, that's enough for me. That game has you jumping around so much with different kinds of cars and classes of cars that, you know, I mean, you really have to immerse yourself and make a career out of playing the game to really get the most out of it. You also need a pedal, you know, pedal shifter and force feedback wheel set up to really get the most out of that too. So here we are at the end of the race, so the demonstration is just about over. And there we go. Thanks for watching.